Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Mary of Creating with Mary. Happy New Year. Yes, this is the first video I'm making in 2022. So happy New Year. And like I used to say, it's a happy new you. The year 2022 is not necessarily only about the calendar change. It's about making changes in our individual lives, in our society. It's about making changes in our families to become better, to become better individuals, to become better families, to relate better. So that's what a new start gives us the opportunity to do, to achieve, to become better in our relationships, to become better as overall in terms of our emotion, in terms of our mental health, in terms of our physical health, in terms of our spirituality. 2022 has presented another opportunity to recalibrate, to restart, to re-identify areas where we can improve. So I'm glad to be back making videos again. I've missed making videos for you. I'm sure you missed seeing my beautiful face, but I'm back here and I hope to be more consistent in this year. At the beginning of the year, I was reviewing the past year and the past years of my life, and I was looking at some of my the projects I've worked on in the past when I was working fully. And I realized that of all the projects that I've worked on, I've worked on quite a number of projects for different companies, for different countries, and I realized the most important project that I've worked on and I'm still working on is myself. I've realized that the most important project we can work on, that you can work on, is you. You are the most important project there is to complete. We look at project as, oh, it's an engineering project, it's a public health project, it's a building project, you know, we normally look at project as an external thing to us. When I recently saw this saying, this is that the most important project that you could ever work on is you. And I really thought about it, and I was nodding and saying, yes, indeed, the most important project that I've worked on and I've still working on, because it's an ongoing and a continuous project. It never stops until the person stops. So yes, I know this for a fact. I've had to do a lot of work on myself in terms of healing, in terms of validating myself, in terms of tearing away conditionings from family, from upbringing, from society, you know, from relationships, certain conditionings that are kind of limiting my being, limiting my expression. So I've had to work on that, to tear away all those conditioning. Also, I've had to question and try to understand the world within me. There's a world within each of us, like a universe within us, expansive, limitless, you know. So that in itself is a big project, a mighty project, to discover all the elements of the universe within us, and then to be able to understand the world around us. How do I fit in here? How I impact on this world, my presence, how the world around me impacts on me. So, I mean, those are extensive projects. Over the years, I normally would do a reflection at the beginning of the year or at the end of each year, just to recollect what has transpired within the year, my goals, how have I met some of the goals that I've set for myself, set new goals. I've had to consciously redirect energy away from those negative circumstances, negative people, and to redirect it back to more positive experiences for myself. I've also had to play many roles. I've had to wear many caps. I've been sister, wife, mother, community member, colleague, friend. I've been so many things to different people. I reflected on all these roles I'm playing and how well I've been doing with each of these responsibility that I've been privileged to serve as. I've had to transform my life. I remember in 2018, I was feeling very sad. I was very sad and I mean weighed down by different thoughts and different experiences, work, stress. I had to go see a psychologist. After all the engagement and discussion, she told me that I'm mildly depressed. I was sad to hear that word because I didn't think I could fall into any form of depression, whether mild or deep. But I knew that I was very sad at that instance in my life, at that point in my life. But I've had to engage my own inner self and question the reasons why the sadness was, and I've had to find a way to come out of it and become a bubbly, happy and joyful human. I transformed my own life and I'm so glad I was able to do that. So yes, I am the biggest project that I've ever worked on. I realized that, I mean, this project called me is a very complex project. Mega project. Is $1 million project that, I mean, it would take forever to complete. Even though it's so complex, I take it one day at a time, approaching it with curiosity, gratitude, open-mindedness, approaching it with love, with joy. Over time, I've become a more tranquil and calm person because I think I've really touched something deep within myself that is a source of that. And so I'm not really shaken by circumstances around me as much as I was in the past, when I would really be frustrated and disturbed. And in terms of my spirituality, I've had to know God for myself. I think that's a very important project when it comes to an individual's life, because we live in a society where religion is a very big part of us. We are very religious people, quite okay, but then again, outside the religious structures, outside of the religious ordinances, laws, commandments and stuff, I think the spirit of the man is not bound by any of these external structures. The spirit within me, I've been able to connect with the divine for myself, to understand what divine means, what God is. I'll be able to touch God for myself. So it's a very important part of this project that I've been able to not claim to be 100% in that journey. I'm saying it is an ongoing project. It's an ongoing project that one has to keep working on. We never stop until we leave this earthly dimension. So I'm very excited about 2022 that I get the opportunity to continue to work on this project called Mary, or as in my family call me Iye, and Iye means mother in Igala. So yes, I'm glad to be able to continue to work on this project, Mary. Yes, so it's the same with you. You are the most important project you ever work on. You are the most important project that you ever work on. So do not relegate yourself to the background. Do not discount your own self. Do not think you're not important. You are important. In the grand scheme of things, you are important. Because we focus so much attention, so much energy, so much, because we earn money from this project, external project that we work on in our different organizations, that we lose ourselves, that we lose who we are, that we lose our internal bearing, internal calibration, that we tend to lose all of that because of the focus on the external projects and all the things that is external to us, and we lose a lot of the internal yearnings, internal callings that are within us. So in 2022, I would like to invite you to this project. I think you should take it a little more seriously, a little more intentionally, a little more consciously, knowing that it's a very important project, a project that you want to put a lot of energy, attention, consciousness into. You want to put some resources even into. Yes, I've had to go on personal development training to add value to this project called Mary. And this year I'm going to be planning my personal development as well, and what I need to focus on developing and getting better at. So this project is a very interesting project, the Project You, and I hope you take it with more sense of responsibility, because there is no other person that will work on this Project You. There is no other person that can work on this Project You, because they have their own project to work on. So the responsibility of working on the Project You is you. The responsibility of working on the Project Me is me. So we have to take the responsibility. We have to take up the challenge of ensuring that we do the best of this project. We do the best. Make it the grand project. Make it bright. Make it shine. Unveil all the carnage. Unveil all there is to unveil. Discover all there is to discover. And let the light, because there is light in there. But because there are so many cobwebs sometimes, you know, there are a lot of curtains and covers and so many things shrouding that light, then it looks as if there is darkness. There's as if everywhere is dark. But by the time you pull off, you tear away all those cobwebs and clean up the various aspects of yourself, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, the physical, you discover there is so much light, bright light that is in there, that is waiting to shine. Make it one of the most beautiful projects you've ever worked on by committing time, energy, resources, and mindfulness towards it. I'm wishing you the best of luck on this project, but I'm willing to be a companion with you on your projects, as I will be working on my project. And I hope that by now you know what I'm about. I'm about authenticity, transparency, healing, transformation, recreating. I'm about creating that new, that better person. If you're new to my channel, yes, that's what Mary is about. Creating with Mary is about. I'm glad you tuned in here. And if you find this interesting, if you find this something that resonates with you, kindly click the subscribe button down below this video. And to my old subscribers, thank you for always tuning into this channel. I thank you for your support. I thank you for your encouragement, your words of encouragement. They mean a lot to me. I really, really appreciate them. I always read comments. I would like for you to drop your comments in the comment section, because I do not want this to be about myself alone. I want to be a dialogue between me and you. I do hope 2022 will be a very fulfilling year for you, as I've prayed that it is for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.